Right, now just before you watch this video, you'll notice in the title that I say it's been updated, and that is because I needed to edit the video to add in an explanation, because there's a part of it where I wasn't clear enough about the context, and that is around the test, the online test that I use to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make, and that is included in the link of the video below. There are several such tests and calculators online. They're all freely available. They will give you a slightly different result because they have different algorithms and different, so we say weightings of aspects of your lifestyle and your health. But they make a point, and they draw a picture. So I'm using the best one that I could find. There are definitely problems with it, and further in the video, I will explain why I say there are issues, but there's a way you can use this to still get the point. So enjoy this video, understand the context of the video. We are trying to get a big picture from this video. We are not necessarily saying that the particular test you might find online is perfect and infallible. Right, so enjoy. How long do you think you've got left to live? Do you know? Do you have any idea? I have an idea how long I can reasonably expect to live according to the averages, because I've just run my details through an online life assurance calculator, and the results were actually really illuminating. So let's talk about that. Welcome to ShapeFix. I'm Andrew. I'm a nutritionist and I'm a sportsman. And apparently I'm going to live to 104. Now, I don't know if everybody wants to live to 104, but then I guess it depends how healthy and happy you are in the process. So this is what I have done. I'm 61 at the moment. So the prospect of living to 104, that's quite encouraging, because I'm healthy and I'm fit and I'm not in any discomfort or pain and I'm not on any medication. So the longer I have still to go, the better. I'm quite happy about it. I wasn't always like this, okay? We all know that if the healthier we are, the longer we'll live. The fitter we are, the longer we'll live. We know about those things. Habits, certain habits like smoking and too much alcohol. If we limit them, we live longer. There's not much we can do about accidents, but the more diseases we have, metabolic diseases, the more medication we're on, all these things are indications that we're not going to live as long as we would like to. Now, I had lots of problems 2 years ago. I was properly overweight. I would say on the sort of cusp between overweight and obese. I was relatively inactive. I had heart problems. I was looking at cardiac or heart surgery. I had very bad osteoarthritis and had been recommended for a hip replacement. I was on blood thinners, beta blockers, omeprazole for chronic acid reflux. I was plagued with stomach ulcers. I had gout, all sort of normal, I guess, or let's say common, maybe not normal. It shouldn't be normal, but certainly common for someone at the age of 58 or 59. And I just thought, well, I'm just getting older and that's just the way it is. I didn't want surgery, heart surgery nor a hip replacement. So I changed my life, I changed my diet, I changed my habits, I started getting exercise, and now I'm in really good shape. And I've lost about 35 pounds, or I don't know what, 15 and 17 kilograms. And my heart rhythm is now back to normal. I'm running again without ever having a hip replacement. My hip arthritis has resolved itself. I have no more gout in my foot after suffering for 15 years with almost crippling gout in my left foot. I don't take omeprazoles or any other kind of antacid. I take no medication whatsoever. And when I run my current details through this life expectancy calculator, it says I'm going to live to 104. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean I'm going to live to 104, because it depends what I do between now and then. It depends how lucky or unlucky I get, because these, things happen. But it's an average. It's an average expectation according to life assurance tables. But what was incredibly interesting to me, and this is what I implore you to go and do, is I ran it again based on what my answers would have been 2 years ago. So my weight from 2 years ago, my medication from 2 years ago, my dietary habits, my eating habits from 2 years ago, my level of exercise, the amount, my alcohol intake. So I answered it as if I was in the condition that I was 2 years ago. And that did not say I was going to live to 104. That said I was going to live to 82. So that would give me 21 years of life, sick and on medication and in pain. Now I have 43 more years ahead of me, and I'm not on any medication, and I'm not in any pain. I no longer suffer from anxiety. I don't have inflammation everywhere. I'm not miserable and dosing myself. I'm active. I'm out doing my sport. I'm having a much healthier social life. Everything has turned around. I have doubled the time that is left to me and greatly improved the quality of the time that is left to me. And suddenly, this notion that being healthy and being fit makes you live longer is very meaningful, because I have numbers. I have years now. And I implore you to do this. I'm going to link the calculator that I used in the description below this video. Okay, here's the timeout. Let's just qualify what this survey will and will not tell you. This is a free survey online constructed by an insurance company based on standard advice and standard recommended dietary advice, which we know is in many cases outdated or incorrect. So if you are on a ketogenic diet or a carnivore diet, there are some questions that I would urge you to disregard. Questions about red meat, answer it however you like, but answer it the same way when you do the before test and when you do the after test, because then it doesn't affect, you don't change your answer and skew the result, because all you're looking for is a difference between your healthy expectation and your unhealthy expectation. So when you're overweight and sick versus when you're back to your normal weight and healthy and getting exercise. Don't change what you say about the meat. Don't worry about salt. Don't worry about cholesterol. There are things in there that are going to be used incorrectly in calculating your actual years. So the actual years that it gives you are not necessarily all that accurate. It's the difference, okay? It's the difference between your before test and your after test. So just stay consistent on the things that you know they're going to interpret wrongly. So I said I eat a lot of red meat, and when I was in the healthy one, I still said I eat a lot of red meat. So guess what? I got a report back that said I should cut down my red meat. Well, I'm ignoring it. So don't take any notice of any kind of report that host website sends to you after you've done the survey. You don't need it. You're not buying into that stuff. You just want to get an illustration of how getting fit and healthy and getting your weight down changes your expected longevity. That's all you're trying to do with this survey. So I hope that makes it a little more clear. I am absolutely not recommending that you do this in order to get a report from that website or any other website that hosts a calculator. The calculators are just there for us to play around with and get an idea from and to get a number from. They've all been constructed by insurance companies. The insurance companies are all using the same data and the same information, so they're going to be similar, and they're all going to be recommending grains and carbohydrates and low fat and low saturated fat and low red meat and low salt and all kinds of nonsense around cholesterol. So if you're on a ketogenic diet or a carnivore diet, some of that dietary stuff is going to be irrelevant to you. So just give it the same answer before and after, then it doesn't affect the change between your before and after life expectation. Other things like weight and medication and disease and inflammation and stress, those are the things we're going to see what change they make when they are corrected. And that's the point that I want you to get from this. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video. please go in there if you are, well, any age, I guess, but especially if you're sort of 50 or thereabouts or beyond, and you're really not feeling like you used to, and you're feeling like you're getting old, and you're slowing up and stiffening up, and you've got pain, and you're on medication for this, that, and the other. Do it. Be honest. Answer the questions honestly about your medication, your diet, your lifestyle, your mental health. There are about 40 questions. They're all multiple choice, so they're easy enough to do. See how many years that gives you. If you're not happy with that answer, you can fix it. You can absolutely fix it. It's completely up to you. I can help you. Okay, so you can go to my website, shapefixer.com, and you can have a look there. You can message me. You can also message me from this channel if you want. We can set up a consultation. I do consultations. I'll talk you through it and put you on the right track. But do what I did. Do it twice. So do it now, as you are now, and then do it again, trying to imagine that you're really healthy. So put in your ideal weight. Put in that you're on no medication. You've reversed your metabolic diseases, even type 2 diabetes. Absolutely, that can be reversed in 3 to 6 months. There is no question. So if you fix all these things, lose the weight, get off the medication, reverse all your metabolic diseases, drop the habits like the smoking and drinking too much. Just put in, say, you drink alcohol once a week or something. Just make it, answer it like you would if you were in the ideal situation, in your ideal health, and just see what a difference that makes and how many more years you can gain. And then let me know if you want me to help you, or if you can do it by yourself. That's absolutely fine. Subscribe to this channel. Our videos that I make on a regular basis will all help you in that direction. We have special playlists, or go to my website, and let's get you those extra years that you deserve and that you are expecting and looking forward to, because there's no reason why you can't extend your lifestyle, your lifespan, and your health span, so that you're so healthy you want to live longer. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you very much. Subscribe to our channel. Please share this. Encourage other people to do the same thing. Go and calculate it and get a number, because that might just bring the rest of your life into really sharp focus and help you focus on where you need to be and what you need to do.